Hi, this is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. I'm in my comic book room. It's a little messy now because I'm organizing finally, and this is part two to my unread comics. So this is all my unread comics. So I'll go through this quicker than I did the other yesterday. So I got a bunch of Grooves, all the Gunsmith cats. I had a friend that stopped reading comics and gave me boxes and boxes of comics. And Gunsmith Cats was in it. What is this? Oh, Hack and Slash, Hawkman. These are filling in holes in my collection. Annuals. Hellblazer. This is some of the last new DC stuff I got. Hex, I don't know what that is. Hot Stuff. This has been sitting here forever. I should just read it. Now look at this old Hulk. This Hulk, Iron Man, and you'll see, I'll point it out. I bought a collection. A co-worker worked with a girl. She was her tutor, and the house was, they were hoarders, and they didn't even know what was in the house, and they were joking around, and my friend and her student were looking. They found boxes of comics, and she was like, oh my God. She goes, my friend John would love these. So she called me up, and I went there the next day and looked at all these boxes. It was from Fantastic Four 1 to about 1976, just about almost everything Marvel had. And I offered her, I'm not going to tell you what I offered her, and I didn't hear for 6 months. And I just figured, oh well, she could get more. So she called me up. She's like, come get the comics. Me and my little brother showed up. And the funny thing is, I had to borrow money from my dad at the time. I had just started a new job and I didn't get paid in like 2 months. So he's like, you gotta borrow money from gas from me, but you're going to buy comic books. He goes, you're a real a-hole. And then when I came home, I pulled out a Iron Man #1 out of the collection. I said, here you go, Dad, this comic book is worth $1,000. And he was like, huh? And I showed him all the comics, and he was like, you bought a fortune worth of comics. So I went from an a-hole to a smart investor. But they were, these Iron Man, whoop, I dropped the phone. These Iron Men were from that collection. I'll point out stuff from the collection. If we see, I love this cover. I remember I went to my local comic shop at the time. That was 20 years ago, and I still haven't read these. And he was so mad at me. He goes, that should have happened to me, not you. Look at that cover. I was like, well, you're not friendly. You don't talk to people. You don't have friends. It's all about networking. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Invaders. This was not from the collection. I just got on a World War II superhero kicks one day, and I found all of these in some bin. I think I was visiting friends out of state. And again, a lot of comics just, here's Jupiter's Legacy that I never even read. I gotta read these. Ah, look at these. I bought all of these. They weren't $3. The bag is marked $3, but I made like a deal. I forget what deal I made, but I just took them all from a comic book store. The guy walked in, and I was like, I'll take all of these Justice Leagues. And I was like, I said, make me a deal. And he was like, well, they're marked $3. I was like, all right, I'll see you. I'm like, no. So we made a deal. This one's kind of tight. Kung Fu. Let me know if this kind of stuff interests you, because this was Bill Willingham, yeah, Lark's Kill. I'm a big Bill Willingham fan. Have been since his Elementals. Comics that I can't find. That's gonna drive me crazy. Oh, look at Legion, the Legionnaires. Ah, I can't wait to get to these. These might get bumped up. Legion Lost, Legion Lost. Like I said, let me know if you're interested in videos like this. Just a guy geeking out over his collection. This is a Lucifer. That's a cool cover. He looks like Alan Moore. Cool cover. Magic Order. This is my excuse me, Mike Millar. What is this? Oh, Manhattan Projects. I think this is, yeah, this is Hickman. So it might be like all Robert Hickman, very esoteric and doesn't put an ending on it. Got Manifest Destinies. People recommended this to me, but then I never caught up. Yeah, the next issue I have is 16. So I kind of like the idea they're exploring America. First people to explore America, like Lewis and Clark, and they're finding like fairies and monsters, stuff like that. Martha, this is another Frank Miller. Frank Miller, Dave Gibbons, look just phenomenal. Here's that Marvel Comics Presents. I should go get that other comic and put it here. You know, this is the wonderful Weapon X stories and stuff like that. I told you I dated a girl who owned a comic book store. She gave me like most of these Marvel Presents. Still didn't even, broke up with her almost, geez, 30 years ago. 25 years ago, I guess. Marvel 2. Look at these. So good. And then there's the second Marvel team up, Namor, filling in the gaps in Namor. Marvel vs. DC. I bought them at the time, I just never read them. Mage Agency. Yeah, there was a store going out of business, and I bought a lot of these old comics. I think that's where that Celestial Mechanics came from. Masks 2. I bought and read the first series as it comes out. Mercury Heat. I don't know anything about it. Like I said, I used to be more of like an impulse. Oh yeah, here's the Image Micronauts comics. It was a Croyer. So here's the replacement for Force Commander. I mean, Space Glider, Arcturus Ram. I don't know who these characters... I didn't read these, obviously. Baron Karza. Middle West. I read the first couple issues. I thought this was really good. Don't know where it's going. What is this? Oh, first run of the there's a comic book store. It just went out of business, and like everything was $1. Look at these old, beautiful Mighty Crusaders. You'll see some Thunder Agents later on. Mr. Miracle. I love Mr. Monster. Marvel reprinted the Miracle Man. These were so good. I got the original runs. I bought these because the original run never did issue 25. It's like the biggest cliffhanger, monstrous, gorgeous artwork. I don't know anything about it. Just got it because the covers were so strong. And then a bunch of Moon Knights. That's what this is. Moon Knights, Moon Knight, Moon Knight, Moon Knight. Like I said, I used to spend like $400 a month on comics like a jerk. Morning Glories. Oh, I just realized there's another box of Unread Comics someplace. Miss Mystic, Miss Tree. Obviously, like, she's private detective. A lot of Miss Trees. Munchkin Comics. Just bought them because I was into the game at the time, but then never read them. Mystery Girl. Just, to be honest, I got pulled in by the cover. And then Moon Girl, look at that cover. It's out of order. Nailbiter. I got #1, and I never got anything else. The Nom #1. I bought #1 just to remind myself to buy the back issues and read it. That's all I have of the Nom. The names, I don't even know what that is. And then the Nameless. Nathan Dusk. I got into private detective comics for a while. The New Gods. Speed this up. Next Next Man. Like I said, I bought a bunch of these back issues from that store that was going out of business. John Byrne's Next Men. Just fill in and get his Nexus. I read these, but I think I left them out west when I moved, so I bought replacements. Nightcrawler. This was when Deep Marvel was just pumping out every character. Flood the shelves, flood the shelves. Night Force. I don't know what that is. Night Thrasher. Some back, and here's a big long run of Nightwing. I did the same thing. I bought a big stack of Nightwing comics from a store going out of business. What's this? Oh, Norse mythology. I'm missing Oblivion Song. Why does it start with 2? Do I not have number 1? That's probably why it's here. Oh, Road to Oz. These were great. Comic book adaptations of the Oz books. These are phenomenal. I forgot these were, well, I forgot until yesterday. This is Paper Girls. I have no idea if it's good or not. Paradise 2. The PIs. I told you I got into Detective Comics. Pit. I put these. I told you. I'm filling in the gaps. Okay, I gotta pull some comics out to make this. There we go. Plutonia. I don't know anything about that. This is a Jay Farber comic, I think. I remember I told you I was an unabashed Jay Farber. I think this is just a flat-out Netflix pitch. Post America. A Power Man comic, Luke Cage Power Man that I was missing. Some Power Pack fight. A bunch of preschoolers fighting Galactus. Some powers. One Lone Preacher comic that I was missing. Prodigy. Project Superpowers. This I gotta bump up. There's Alan Moore doing H.P. Lovecraft. This has gotta be good. Punisher meets Archie. Purgatory. Like I said, I got a lot of Rags, Rapture, Rat God, Ravage. These were another, I think, like quarter bin comics. Reanimator. I got this because I love H.P. Lovecraft. It's probably horrible. Rebels. This Brian Wood does like a lot of historical fiction comics. That his Northlanders was phenomenal. So I got Rebels and I just never read it. I used to just sit around and read comics all day, but I pretty much read like 5, 6 a day. That's my goal. It's Red Sonja. Yeah, I got these. These were in good condition from another back issue bin. Rocketeer. Oh yeah, and then I got this. I gotta move. I got this huge Robin collection. These were like a quarter each. And then I got this Ruse Cross-Gen Comics, a company that didn't last too long. I love the premise of this. They're like Sherlock Holmes and his girlfriend or secretary or whatever. And he's like a dope. He's like that character from Harry Potter. All braggadocious but nothing. And then she's actually the one that solves everything. And monsters and mysteries and stuff like that. Can't wait to read it. I read a few of them and then I put it back to reread. Sabretooth. John Sable. I did a showcase on Sable. Salem's Daughter. Some Sandman Presents that I was missing. Some Savage Dragon. Savior. I know nothing about this comic. Free Comic Book Day, Scott Pilgrim, Secret 6, The Secret Society of Supervillains, some wonderful DC old school. Power of Shazam. I collected She-Hulk, but apparently I missed a bunch, so I bought these back issues to fill in the gaps. And then after She-Hulk, if I remember correctly, it's Shuriken. Actually, these are actually autographed by Reggie Byers. I bought these when I was a kid and I never read them. And then we go to Silver Surfer. Okay, so filling in gaps in my Silver Surfer. Pull out some of this so we can. Synergy, George Perez's Sirens, Scar, son of Hulk. I have no idea what this is. This is Frank Cho. This has got to be amazing. The guy's a phenomenal artist. No idea what it is. Skulldigger, Son of Mercury. I have no idea how this got into my collection. I don't remember buying it. I have no idea what it is. Sometimes people at work, they'd be like, oh, you like comics? And people would give me bags of comics. Spider-Girl. It's funny. I went on 2 dates with a girl, 22 years ago. And she was like, here. She gave me boxes and boxes of Spider-Girl comics. Just gave them to me. And then they're really good. So I bought extra back issue. Spider-Man. These came from that collection that I was talking about. Spider-Man. Just so good. Look at that. Look at these great Spider-Mans. Oh, so good. I love that. I must be seeing things. Look at that. Look at that. The tarantula. Such a good comic. Yeah. So good, these comics. I'm like speechless just remembering. Because at this point I read these. Now I put them in here to reread. I'm coming to my first Spider-Man comic. I think this is my first Spider-Man comic. So after this I read. Yeah. These I read. Here's the first Black Cat. Amazing Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. Get up to the McFarlane era pretty soon, if not already. Annuals. What classic John Byrne. Look at that. This, I must have reread that 100 times. That's Captain Marvel. It's the new. That's Monica Rambeau as Captain. Is it presenting the exciting origin? Yeah. So this is the first appearance of Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. I'm pretty sure. Marvel Knights, Spider-Man. I remember the sensational Spider-Man. Look at that. This came from that collection. I love these old comics. And Tangled Web. This was an interesting series. It was like different takes on different like various takes on minor and J. Jonah Jameson, not minor but secondary Spider-Man characters. And the Untold Tales. These were supposed to be like retrofitted into the old Spider-Man. And then I just got 4 more boxes. I'll do these quick. The Spirit. Will Eisner's The Spirit. Spooky Girl. Spy. Peter David's Spy Boy. Star Blazers. 2 Starman comics that I'm missing. The Storm. Strange Girl. I don't know anything about it other than I love these covers. I'm going a little quick now. Strange Tales. Marvel Strange Tales, a reboot series. Doctor Strange and Cloak and Dagger. Neither one of them was selling enough to make their own comic at this time. Rebooted Stormwatch and Stray Bullets. I read I think the first 19 issues of this. Phenomenal. And now I got all of. So this is gonna be a lot of Stray Bullets. Sorry about the angle. I'm like kind of pressed. Stray Bullets. Streets Gold. Submariner. This was from that collection. Suicide Risk. Mike Carey did the Lucifer comics. Suicide Squad. Filling in gaps. I bought these at a comic collection. at comic store. Supergirl, Supergirl, Superman, 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 Supreme. Rereading these. The Alamore Supremes. These are so freaking good. Swashbucklers, Tales of Ordinary. Teen Titans, Teen Titans. Just stretching my legs. Teen Titans. This is the... I stopped collecting after a while. They started getting bad. And then I bought these in the back issue bin. But look at this. All Journey into Mystery. Journey into Mystery. What number is that? 95. The Lava Men. These are all just phenomenal. This is in great condition. This isn't the best condition. I think that's the first appearance of the Absorbing Man. Trial of the Gods, Loki. Look at that great Jack Kirby stuff. These are just all Thors. Just Thor. These I read. I'll just put them here to reread. These are the Walt Simonson Thors. Beta Ray Bill, look at that. Thor. Oh, everything in the store was like $0.25 at that store, going out of business. I got these Wallywood Thunder Agents. I will definitely be showcasing these. Such good comics. Holy moly. A reboot series. Okay. DC. Tomb Raider. Trillium. I have no idea what that is. The Trouble with Girls. It's like a humor private detective. I told you I got into PI com. The 12. I have no idea what this is. I bought it really cheap. The Umbrella Academy. 6-issue miniseries. Yeah, everything you need to know. Central City Comics. Bought that on eBay. Okay. The Unmen. Vampirella. Venom. Warlock. I Walk Through Hell. Warlord. Finish my Warlord collection. War Stories. I get anything Garth Ennis. Wildcats. Wolf Among Us. I forgot about this series. It's been sitting there forever. Wolverine. Wonder Woman. Wrong Earth. X. I bought this whole run on eBay, like $20. X-Men vs. And then some zombie titles. And Steve Ditko craziness. So there you go. Here's my comic book room. This is all the lids. I gotta put them back on these comics. And there you go. That was 22 minutes, but I wanted to finish. I didn't want to do it 3 days in a row. So this is the comics that I didn't read. This is my comic book room. These are comics that I read that I got to sort and put them in boxes. So there you go. Hope you like this. Please like. Thank you for your time. Let me know if you like stuff like this, or do you just want me to just showcase comics? You know, just I'll leave you on an image of the Silver Surfer flashback. All right. Thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun. Bye bye.